Go.
Welcome back to another episode of Gridiron Guys. I am your host, Luke, with my co-host, Harith, who doesn't have a name, and Brad.
Cheers.
The Brad special.
All right. So, we're here to talk about free agency. So you know what's funny? Yesterday, I was like, when free agency started, I was like, oh, wow, we're making moves. Like, all of our teams did moves besides yours, Brad.
What do you mean? We had
Besides today.
Oh, today we had moves. We had moves today.
Before we
We had one big move, but that's about it.
before we get into like the big topics,
Big move today.
can I say like something that's always been on my mind whenever these free agency day starts? I'm always annoyed at like the whole like free agency doesn't start till midnight or not midnight, noon EST, and then at second noon EST hits, all these signings just start, and I'm like, so you're telling me in the span of a minute they've talked to the player, talked to the player's agent,
They've already
they have a contract, and the contract's already signed. The whole thing. Sure, I know there's a legal tampering period, but like,
Yeah, no, they've pretty much made up their mind after the when this Super Bowl, like before the Super Bowl, like guys that don't have teams in the scan, like have the game, like they get poached easy, even during the playoffs too. Because
I mean,
they're like,
funny that you mentioned that. I remember Levante David was talking on a podcast because he always just asked like,
busting?
Not busting, it was cap that or caps off.
Oh, okay.
And he was getting asked about like, as per usual, every time he's on a podcast about like Tom Brady, like what was that process like? And he was saying during like the exit interviews in 2019, this is like during like before wildcard weekend, Bruce Arians was like, yeah, if we don't get Jameis back, we'll go after the big guy. And Levante's like, who's the big guy? And he's like, Tom Brady. And he goes, I don't know. I don't think Tom Brady's gonna leave New England. So players and like coaches and stuff and GMs are talking the second the regular season ends. Like the second it ends, they're like, okay, we're going after this person, we're going after this person, we're going after this person. Like they already know who they're going after before even start anything. Like 2 months before, if they don't make the playoffs.
Let's rip the Band-Aid off.
That's what the NFL wants though. They want the big day where things start immediately.
Yeah, 100%. They want things rolling.
It's like it's their version of the NBA trade deadline, since NFL trade deadline normally sucks. And like when that trade deadline gets like that 2 hours beforehand, everybody starts popping off. It's like the one of 2 times of the year you care about the NBA. Practically, it's like the finals and trade deadline day. That's Monday for the NFL. It's like, this is the day you're checking at work. You're always scrolling. You're like, all right, what's happening? What's going on? You like can't keep
100%.
Like, walk away for 5 minutes. A bunch of shit happened. Like it's the day. The Super Bowl of the offseason.
We didn't even attempt to, besides the Kelsey stuff and Kenith Walker. So Mike Evans is gonna go play for the 49ers.
Yeah.
Okay, can I just say that it's a good little bit of humble pie for you, Harith, because you always said, no, he'll come back.
I will say on the record. So let me put this up real quick before we go on the record here. So, like, when we had like our last episode, which was when we had our last Evans discussion, which by the way didn't even make the cut because I cut it out of the podcast because I was like, I wanted to kind of just get to the uniform discussion because I was like, it was a lot of speculation and didn't really add anything to the episode, so I cut that out. But like, for like viewers that are listening and being like, oh yeah, you're like so confident Evans is gonna come back and now this doesn't happen. Like, I will say about like Friday, Saturday, I was on a couple of like Buccaneer creator lives before, like getting like hyped up for free agency to start on Monday. We're all like talking about like who are they gonna sign, who are they gonna do this, and I was kind of the person being like, I can pull up DMs from like Thursday and Friday of me being like, guys, I don't think Evans is come back.
Whoa. We have to pause.
What?
The Ravens just backed out of the Max Crosby trade.
Wait, what?
Yeah, this happened like 2 seconds ago.
Wait, huh?
My group chat. Sorry, this is well worth interrupting whatever we're talking about.
No. Wait, what?
My group chat just started popping off with a bunch of Ravens fans, and they were like,
"Oh my god, our group chat's popping up too! What the hell?
How
I have
though?
No idea. That is wild.
How? That's crazy.
That is crazy.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, Adam Schefter 6 minutes ago. Just in, the Ravens backed out of the Max Crosby trade. Trade is off.
How? Did he not pass a physical?
No, they just didn't send the paperwork in time. And they're just like, you know what? In hindsight, we changed our mind.
Oh fuck.
Where is he going? Now where is he going?
That's
probably
crazy.
He's probably gonna end up going to the
Just trying to think of logical teams. So when this all started, I was thinking Patriots was my first kind of jump. Like, that makes sense to me.
Yeah.
If you're going AFC already, it's not like that too much of a stretch. If we're going NFC, Bears makes sense to me.
Eagles,
but like the Eagles are also going crazy right
okay.
now. Do they have the cap space to afford them?
Yep.
They've done similar to what the Chiefs have done. They've kind of let pieces go over this offseason.
This is like hurting my brain. Like, I don't even know what to think right now.
Can we get like a little story on this? Like they just backed out? Like, I can't.
Yeah, they
just
changed their mind.
Like,
yeah.
Like, I thought this was a signed deal. I thought this was done.
Well, it can't be official till tomorrow. That's the first day of the league new year. So that's when the team.
Luke, there's no way the Eagles can afford this. I'm on over the cap right now. There's no way.
There's not.
They have $10 million in cap space.
That was the whole problem with the Crosby trade. Was like the cap hit's big, and then you have to have the guns to go get them.
Also, how the hell does it affect the Raiders signings? Because I know the Raiders still have the biggest amount of cap space.
Yeah.
After the trade, how much do they still have now? Because you got to add $30 million back into all their deals. Because they were like $30 million over, and they still had a shit ton of spend.
You know what's gonna suck? He's gonna go to the Bears.
That's where it feels like he might end up. Like, that's crazy.
I mean, you could tell by the way our group chat was popping off.
Looking at Harris' face.
That's wild. I can't. I'm like
trying to figure out what team would go after him. Also, they knew. Now we know the price. Okay, so wait, I gotta throw another team into the equation that almost got him, but decided to. They're like, now the Ravens feels better. What do you call Cowboys?
Yeah, probably Cowboys, right?
Because remember, because the Cowboys already had that deal in, and it was a first and a second. But they're like, well, we're gonna go with the Ravens because it's 2 firsts. What if they just kind of tweak the offer a little bit? Go, here you go. Take the 12th pick.
I bet they get a player too.
Because remember, the Cowboys just restructured contracts like earlier in the day.
It's gonna be the Cowboys. Yeah, it's gonna be Cowboys.
And everyone's like, what are they restructuring their contracts for? They just restructured it, add $8 million back into their cap space. Why were they restructuring? Probably because they got intel that the Ravens are not going to stick to it, and they're just waiting for it to go public.
That's great. That's honestly a crazy move by a GM.
I can't even.
What is what is the thought process?
What's the rationale? Yeah. What's the rationale? I don't see it. Like, he is a nightmare of a defensive end. And
he didn't pass his physical.
Hi, I called it.
Oh, wow.
I said it. He didn't pass his physical. How do you not pass a physical?
Didn't you just have
bad knee injury last year?
I was gonna say, didn't he have a bad knee injury?
Oh,
that's crazy. I mean, the Ravens run like a legit tight ship with that kind of stuff, because I think they backed out deals before.
They don't want broken goods.
But yeah, they've backed out deals.
But some team will. Who is that team?
Some team will now, but now that price is way lower probably. Now that they just failed a physical.
100%.
That's crazy. That just
Do you think the round? If they trade for a draft pick, do you think that round it goes down one? Or I still think he's worth one first rounder. I don't think a second.
It now gets hard. It gets a lot harder because of that. Because of the failed physical, that just jacks everything up. Like Washington has talked about. Obviously, we got FAOA, but that there was talks about going after Crosby. They're like, we don't have any of the guns to go after him with the draft picks. We have no draft picks right now. Yeah. But we have the most cap space behind the Raiders until all the Raider signings, and now they're definitely behind. That's crazy.
$30 million.
And the cap number is going to be 35. You have
Wow.
to have $35 million in cap space to even get him because of the $5 million signing bonus on top of it. So some team has to have $35 million in cap space. So now we can, like I said, the reason why I was looking at over the cap was I'm trying to find a team that can match the equation. Because a team has to do it.
Do you think he did this purposely?
No.
No.
But isn't there bad blood between him and the Raiders organization though?
Okay.
Not as much as it seems.
We got some interesting teams here.
Yeah,
I'm looking at teams that have over 35 million in cap space and would actually be ballsy enough to go do it. I have some interesting teams I'll throw out here. I'm just looking at the cap space numbers. Commanders right now are number 1. It used to be the Raiders. Now they swapped.
Yeah.
Because the Max Crosby trade we just went through. Or just
Chargers. They aren't going to trade him to the. They're not going to. Okay, so I can tell you right now that the 4 teams that are out.
That one is intriguing to me.
That's the most
Seattle. They have edge pieces and they could lose him sitting out the first couple weeks of the season and then just kind of.
And they just lost what's his face?
Mafe.
Well, Mafe.
So they could sit on him for a couple weeks.
That's interesting.
That's the team to watch out for.
Look at some of the teams at the bottom though. Holy shit.
Well, it's like they got to do all like the cancel out monies, and that changes in.
It's Cardinals upwards. So it's Commanders, obviously not. Unless the Raiders want to keep him. I don't think he's going to stay the Raiders. Chargers not going to happen. Division rivals. Titans could happen because of Robert Saleh. Titans are a team to watch out for. Seahawks. I'd say Seahawks and Titans are the most likely at looking at this, and Commanders obviously.
They won't trade him to the Jets or the Bengals. I don't think so.
So I'd say it's down to Tennessee, Seattle, and Washington at this point.
The Bengals are cheap as hell.
And also,
the 49ers would be crazy.
Also, I'm doing this to be spiteful. Where are they at? Where the hell are they? Yeah, no, there's no way the Bears are affording them.
Yeah, no, they can't.
Get the fuck out of here, Bear fans.
They might get some dead money off the books though. Like I think most of these numbers should go up.
Well, DJ Moore's.
Yeah, some of these have changed tomorrow, but like not drastically enough for them to fit. But like, the Seahawks is the most interesting one.
I think Seattle makes the most amount of sense. I'm not just saying it because I'm biased and I'm from Washington. I'm kind of like a little bit like biased to them. I just feel like Tennessee, Washington, Seattle are the 3 teams that make the most amount of sense.
I normally would count out my team here, but Adam Peters is aggressive. We've now made like a couple.
Dude, can you imagine? Because you guys just got like an insane edge piece yesterday.
Yeah.
Could you imagine just going, okay, we're just gonna put Max Crosby on the other side?
Yeah, I mean, like I was talking to my buddies at work. Like our leading sack getter last year was Von Miller with 9 sacks, and he was pure rotational piece. And the next leader was Dorrance Armstrong, who played 7 games. Like we had no pressure on the outside. To flip that around and get 2 edges would be crazy. I don't know if they will do it. I'm unsure. We don't have a lot of assets, but now that asset is like a lot cheaper than it was for first rounders, and he just failed a physical. That is a little more doable.
Yeah.
Because she just confirmed it.
The Raiders just came out and said, full statement, the Baltimore Ravens have backed out of our trade agreement for Max Crosby. We will have no further comment at this time.
Yeah.
That's so bad.
Dude, can you imagine being John Svitek, the Raiders GM right now? His phone must be blowing up.
Oh, Jesus.
Wow. 30 mil back on their cap, too, is crazy.
That's rough.
They might have to back out of that. They might have to back out of that Lindenball deal.
Brad, do you have Twitter?
Yeah.
I'm gonna send you a tweet.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Lindenball deal might be out. That's crazy.
Dude, Mike Florio on the Pro Football Talk account just posted, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
That's the post. It's just what the fuck.
That's crazy.
Brad, look at your phone.
Oh my god, it's
Stabby.
I can't wait to see that video tomorrow. This is insane. That derailed everything, but I think rightfully so.
I mean, I agree, rightfully so. I love how you're like, because when you first started going, when Brad was like, because I'm looking for like a specific signing. I'm like, please tell me it's come through. Please tell me it's come through. And you're like, no, it's Max Crosby. I'm like, what the fuck?
I like I have a group chat with a bunch of my fraternity brothers, and just like all of a sudden, I just felt my phone vibrating like rapidly, and I was like, "What the fuck is going on here?" And then I saw my buddy. Okay, my buddy has may or may not have obtained the official Ravens Blue Sky account way back in the day. Uh, so, so I thought I saw him like like him like tweeting like, "Oh, I wish the Ravens official Blue Sky got this." I was like, "What are they talking about right now?" And I was like, "Whoa, shit, that's crazy.
That is wild.
That's insane."
So back to Mike Evans.
So back to it.
Yeah.
We go back.
I love this signing for the 49ers because they were missing a true number one
Oh,
last
100%.
year. With Braden Ayuk being a fucking moron.
I will say,
and Pearsall is a good number two, but they needed a true guy that can go up and catch the ball. And Brock Purdy ain't a bad quarterback. He's had his moments where he's looked.
I would say,
great.
Being unbiased, I would say Baker and Brock Purdy are kind of same tier quarterback in my mind.
I would say Baker's a little bit higher because of his mobility. But I will say Brock has some quick deceiving speed.
He does, and I feel like the thing I'm most curious to see is Mike Evans isn't really like a burner over the middle type receiver, which is what Kyle Shanahan usually like is his specialty when he comes to scheming up receivers. Like think about like Brandon Ayuk, think about like George Kittle, think about like Deebo Samuel. What do you think the most? I think like over the middle, post slants, like motion plays that like get them in the middle. That's not Mike Evans' specialty. His specialty is go routes, go get the fucking ball, dunk on a guy, and go run and score.
Which I think is good because the 49ers haven't had a guy like that in a very long time.
I'll say maybe it's partly because they just haven't had anybody that can do that.
Yeah, I think now that they have that gives them an extra repertoire in there. And they had another cap in their feather in their cap. Sorry. Wow, I'm butchering.
I mean, back when he was in Washington, to the like hair-pulling anger of Washington fans, we love to throw the goal line fade to players that could not catch the goal line fade with quarterbacks that could not throw the goal line fade. I believe Brock Purdy probably can, and Mike Evans can definitely catch him. So maybe he does just start pulling out that move.
Oh, he will, because that was Tampa's specialty. Whenever we got to the one, it's like, all right, goal line fade time.
You know who's not good at it? Like Pierre Garçon and Deshaun Jackson. They weren't good enough to do that. We love doing it anyway, but like I don't know how much of that was Jay and how much of that was Kyle, but that is like the lasting memory of Kyle Shanahan and Jay Gruden in my head is the goal line fade and just smashing our head into the wall.
Yeah.
And
might start pulling that out.
And not to like be like, ooh, Tampa, oh me, but like I kind of have to because it's my fucking favorite player of all time. Like this to me, I know
that sucks, dude.
Like,
oh, that's like the equivalent of like Mahomes.
No, I would say the equivalent for you would be if Travis Kelce said, all right, I'm coming out of retirement, guys. And then you're like, all right, let's go. And he goes, nah, I'm going to go play with another team. I'm going to go play for the Raiders or the Chargers. Like, that's the equivalent.
No, I want to go play for the Eagles.
Yes.
Ugh. Or the Cowboys.
Like, the thing that, like, I was like most curious about it, and like it was the Glazers said it in their statement, Mike Evans' agent said it in his statement, Jason Light said it in his statement. He kept saying Mike Evans, quote unquote, wants a new challenge. That's the reason why he left Tampa, is he wants a new challenge. Which, I'll be 100% honest, it's bullshit. Let's call it what it is. Like I think it's like
he doesn't think that they can win a Super Bowl.
He doesn't think they can win a Super Bowl,
he's probably right.
Which. Again, I've gone to like many arguments with like Bucs fans over the last 24 hours over this because I'm like, because everyone's like, guy, like I think it's like a bunch of like people that are like coping with the idea that Mike Evans will be a Buccaneer for life, and the people that are like children are basically, and maybe these are the ones saying this, but like people are like, oh, Mike Evans is a traitor, he left, and I'm like, I've been replying to every single person going, dude, he's been with this team for 12 years, guys. He has the fucking right to go leave. I don't really care. Like, and like, because like, Mike Evans didn't badmouth anyone on the way out. He didn't like trash talk the fucking organization. He didn't do any of that. He just like did his time. He was respectful and he left respectfully. And like, let's be real. Like, since the agent, because like I remember the agent was going on like Tampa talk shows and like they were making press statements to the media before all this happened. it was like very obvious that they were like setting up that Mike Evans was not going to come back. They were like very much like putting the pieces in play. And I'll be 100% honest, when all the pieces started going in play, I said, okay, he's either going to two teams. I said he was either going to go to the Chargers or 49ers. I just saw the fucking writing on the wall. I was like, okay, which team has the cap space to afford him? Which team needs the number one X? Which team has the quarterback they can trust? And the last one, the one that stood out to me, was he wanted a top shelf offensive play caller. I was like, why wouldn't you want to go join up with Kyle Shanahan? And
It's not bad.
so it's like, again, it fucking sucks from Tampa's point of view. But I also feel like, weirdly enough, depending on how we handle the rest of the offseason, is it weird to say that I think this may work out for everybody involved?
I think so.
I think that's
The
like probably what you
49ers
want, right? Yeah.
Because it's like,
The 49ers get a sweet wide receiver, and y'all get
here's my
less
hope.
cap.
Like, this is my like honest hopes at this point in time, and I'm still waiting for him to make a decision. I want Trey Hendrickson. That's who I fucking want. All right, Jason Light, you could not get Mike Evans done because, like, reporting said Tampa was still aggressive until it became official. Like, they said, like, it was not for the lack of money. That was not the reason. I think Tampa offered him more money than San Francisco. So it wasn't for the lack of money.
Yeah.
So I would, if I'm Jason Light, I would take, okay, I'm taking this money because Trey Henderson's apparently wanting $30 million and none of the teams are offering that. I'd be like, cool, we're going to take the money that we're going to offer Mike Evans and we're just going to shift it over to Trey Henderson. Because
It could happen.
Because the number one thing I'm tired with Tampa is we cannot draft an edge rusher for fucking shit under Jason Light's tenure. Like, Vita Vea, obviously great. I think that was the last great edge rusher that he drafted. Kalijah Kancey's really good. Yaya Diaby is like a really good rotational guy.
Timeout.
What?
Vita Vea ain't an end. He's not an edge rusher.
I was talking about
He's a
defensive
fucking
line in general.
D-tackle.
Yeah.
I was about to say, yo, D tackle, brother. Like, that man is not rushing off the edge.
No, I'm just saying. I was just saying. Like, I was just talking D line in general. But like, sorry, Yaya Diaby, Joe Tryon-Shoyinka, like fucking shitty edge rushers. So it's like we have not seen him draft well off the edge. Our best edge rushers were Ndamukong Suh, signed free agency. Jason Pierre-Paul, signed out of free agency. Shaquille Barrett, out of free agency. So it's like, why waste a fucking 15th overall pick if you haven't been able to hit on it for 10 straight years? So I say,
Maybe they believe that they have one. Who knows?
no, they don't. I don't think they do. Because why sign Hassan Reddick last year? And that fucking did not work
They
at
didn't
all.
have any? No. Hassan Reddick has really fallen off since the Eagles.
And I still
won
think he was a locker room cancer for Tampa, by the way. Like, the players were talking about it. Like, that was kind of the vibe I was getting from the players. So I feel like, and here's the thing, like, I'm like really, the reason why I'm all in on Trey Henderson was because of something Adam Schefter said in a podcast recently. He said he wanted to stay in Florida, and he said his number one choice was Tampa. When was the last time you heard a player saying, I want to go to Tampa? It's been a fucking while. Brady.
Brady, that's it.
That's it. So it's like, fucking give him the bag. Give him the bag, because it's like, my number one problem with like the way offensive coordinators scheme up against Tampa is they'll just go up to the line and go, okay, we're just going to double Vita Vea, and then no one's going to beat the rest of our tackles or offensive guards. We're just going to fucking win at the line. If you add someone like a Trey Henderson, they can't just go up and go, all right, we're going to double Vita Vea, because you're now giving Trey Henderson a one-on-one matchup. And now you're opening up matchups for Yaya Diaby. So it's like, that should massively open up what Tampa can do defensively. Plus, I also feel like, before we move on to the Chiefs side of things and we get all fucking caught up in like the coulda, shoulda, wouldas and how everything's gonna be great for y'all, I feel like the signing that like lost in all of this was Alex Anzalone leaving Detroit and coming to Tampa. I fucking love that move, because whether Levante David stays or leaves, it's fucking perfect. Like, that is that's your because now we get the middle of the line. Or the middle of the defense fucking perfectly figured out. Because if Levante comes back, cool. Go back into your Michael role. If he, like, because I agree with Brad with Bobby Wagner, right? I will say the same things about Brad says about Bobby Wagner, I'll say about Levante. I think Lavante's starting to lose steps, and he's not as good as he was the last couple of years.
100%.
My ideal draft pick, I know it's not going to happen.
Oh, you want
I want Sonny Styles.
Oh, he's not making it like past. If he's at 7, well, maybe a little different now with Washington signing. If he was at 7, Washington was going to probably take him. Might be a little different now, but
I think it might be different now, and I feel like
you got Leo Chanel. I think you're okay.
So
that guy's
no.
So now that the Washington,
so bad.
I feel like the only team that I was worried about was Washington and Dallas potentially drafting him. But now that Washington's kind of out of the equation with Leo Chanel, it's just Dallas. So if Tampa could just get to 11 somehow or get to 10, I think they'll get him. But it would require Jason Light to be aggressive and trade up. And I would not mind trading up. Give up your fucking next round, first round pick, get Sonny Styles. Go get him. Because that is my ideal Levante David replacement. Or if we somehow miss out on him, Luke's gonna know who my second linebacker pick is. Give me fucking Jacob Rodriguez out of Texas Tech. That'd be my fucking second idea. Like what we fucking set
100%,
for a while. But I'm done yapping about this. It's time for Emeka Ibuka to have his fucking JSN arc. I want him to go fucking nuclear next year. And fucking time for Chris Godwin not to get hurt since 2023 and actually put up 1,000 yards and all that. But I'm stalling for fucking time. Luke, get your fucking champagne out. Get your fucking...
You know, we got a Super Bowl MVP running back, baby. You know, hey, proven guy. Was really consistent this year, really consistent last year as well. If we can stay healthy, I think he'll be a really good asset, especially what he does in pass blocking. And what are you talking about?
Pass blocking is not his forte.
He's not a good pass blocker.
That's like legitimately that's like his biggest weakness.
Actively bad at it.
He's really bad.
No, well,
and I've watched him in person.
Hey, maybe not a good pass blocker, but he's when he gets the ball in his hands, he does things.
Part of the reason Zach Charbonnet played so much and like drove fantasy managers mad is because Kenith Walker is like actively bad at pass blocking. Like he's not even like serviceable. He's like, oh, you have to get off the field. Like you can't be out there. But don't you guys have another good pass blocking back still? I think.
Yeah, Kareem Hunt.
Yeah. Well, is he free agent though?
But
I think he re-signed last year.
Here's
you can find a pass blocking running back. Like that's not
100%.
Here's my main worry with the Kenith Walker deal. Is how much you guys paid for him. $40 million for Kenith Walker is a gross overpay.
I don't know if I agree with that.
Here you go. Here, want to hear my argument for this? We just brought up his like liability in the pass blocking game. His other liability, it's just been well known if you've been paying attention to Kenith Walker in Seattle, is his ability to not stay on the field.
Yeah.
The reason why Charbonnet is taking that much of the load off of him is because he's so injury prone that they can't put more than 50% of the load on him. So unless you guys go up and get Jeremiah Love at 10, I don't see this working out.
We're not getting Jeremiah. I think we're out of Jeremiah Love.
So it's and I don't think Kareem Hunt is good enough to like carry 50% of the load and like make a Charbonnet Kenith Walker duo. Like, don't get me wrong, I know y'all haven't had a good running back since 2018 statistically. So it's like I know like the sky.
I mean, Isaiah Pacheco, his first 2 seasons was pretty good. I think he was 1,000-yard rusher his rookie season.
He was solid, but I'm saying like you guys haven't had like really good running back production since
like
2018.
Kareem Hunt 2018 was magical.
Probably, yeah, that was sick.
Well, and then when you go farther back, you go Jamal Charles.
So it's like
I mean, pure talent level though, Kenith Walker's probably worth that money. It's just
100%. He's worth that. But like, here's the thing:
he gets hurt.
But this is a training staff. This is a training staff that has, and y'all are gonna roll your eyes at me. This is a training staff that has gotten Patrick Mahomes year after year after year after year of ankle injuries to get back, and he just tore his ACL, and they're already talking about him playing week 1. Like that shouldn't happen.
Well, like the reason why I bring all this up is like, and I'm a broken record of this. I think Brad's a broken record about this. Even though I know everyone like in the media is saying, "Oh, this is a weak running back class. This is a weak running back class." You can find talent in the draft. So it's like I don't understand like paying $40 million for Kenith Walker when you could probably find an equivalent guy in the draft.
They want a proven guy. They want a proven guy, and who's the best guy on the board right now? It was Kenith Walker at the time.
I still think Jeremiah Love, even though I'm not up against drafting running backs in the first round, I think that's a more interesting offer.
I don't think.
Very concerned that's going to be the 7th pick in the draft right now.
Who's
but
the Commanders?
Yeah, we interviewed him. I have a strong feeling he's good. We can talk about that when we get to my team.
All right.
A lot of what happened with our team is really affected the draft.
Well, so is ours. Because honestly, I could see the Chiefs ditching that 29. Pick, that 29th pick.
Did the Rams give him
back? Yeah.
Which whether we haven't talked about that at all. That's another elephant in the room we have to talk about with Kansas City. Trent McDuffie getting fucking sent to the Rams.
That's fine. Because they okay.
Fine. Yeah, I think it's fine.
Literally fine. You know why? Like, and Nate does this to fucking get under my skin, and it works every time. He's like, bad GM, got rid of the entire secondary. How are they supposed to win? And I was like, okay. So bad GM who traded Tyreek Hill to get the picks for Trent McDuffie, Karlaftis, and Nick Bolton, then ended up winning 2 Super Bowls. And like the Chiefs have been known to draft really good young corners, develop them, and then they trade them.
Mm-hmm.
They don't pay corners. The last time they paid a secondary player was Eric Berry.
Fair.
Rightfully so.
Rightfully so.
So you're telling me that there's a guy on and look, Jalen Watson also got paid. He was a good slot corner for us as well. Like, it's more of a, hey, we don't think that we personally don't think that you are worth that. Let's get you to a team that does feel comfortable with paying you what you deserve.
I know we kind of glossed over with Mike Evans again. I'm trusting this is related to Trent McDuffie. Can we talk about how fucking stacked the NFC West is now?
Yeah, it is.
Like, what the fuck?
It is pretty crazy. The only team that I am like, okay, not doing anything is the Seahawks. They haven't really done anything.
They might have.
They might get Max Crosby now.
Well, if they get Max Crosby, that'll be interesting. But like, think about it. They it's gonna be really interesting.
Well, it's like
really interesting.
You know, you got Trent McDuffie with the Rams. Obviously,
Jalen Watson with the Rams.
Yeah. Then you got like, I'm just talking about cornerback matchups. So you got like Devin Witherspoon now in Seattle.
Yep.
49ers are trying to like remember like off the top of my head. They got a solid corner.
Secondary.
But it's like
Charvarius Ward isn't there anymore.
Charvarius Ward isn't there. So it's like you got like them having to worry about. So you got like Trent McDuffie going up against like JSN, Puka Nacua, Devontae Adams, and Mike Evans at least 4 times a year. That's gonna be a wide receiver cornerback matchup.
With the Chiefs signing Kenith Walker, I would not be surprised if it was Seattle, Kansas City to open up the season.
Oh yeah, because you guys do play each other, but they also do play the Patriots this year. They also do play the Patriots on their schedule naturally, so I could see that. I could see them being like, "Well, Super Bowl rematch, open the season."
So, other signings. Obviously, we got Travis Kelce, which was a foregone conclusion. The whole he's talking to other teams, I think, was just a play by his agent at that point to make it seem like he was never coming back, like he was actually talking to anybody,
or it's a money grab.
Talking to anybody.
It's a money grab most of the time. It's how much does this other team offer me so I can come back to the Chiefs and go, okay, I want this. It's an agent tactic. They always do that. It's always the.
You should also be doing that in your own career.
Yeah,
this is not just an NFL thing. You should be doing that in your own career.
100%.
If you're not happy with what you get paid, get an offer somewhere else and then tell them how much you're getting paid there, and they should give you a raise.
100% works every time. Yeah. It works in 97.
Every time.
It pays more.
100%. There you go. We signed Tyquan Thornton to a 2-year deal for $15 million. I like that because he's a speedy wide receiver. Kairos Atonga. He will be a good, I think they pay 10, 15, I think there, or maybe 20. I'm not really sure. I don't know his contract. But they got him from the Patriots. He'll be a good another piece with Chris Jones to plug up the hole in the run game, which they struggled with stopping.
They need
the
to
run
get
game
another
last
tackle
year.
outside
They
of
need to get
they need to find their replacement plan for Chris Jones in the next 2 years.
Yeah, they'll find it. They'll probably draft it this year if I had to guess. And then we signed Alohi Gilman from the Ravens. He's a DB, but he's specifically as a safety. I think they've done a really, really good job in this free agency.
He was the guy in the OA trade, wasn't he?
What?
He was the guy in the OA trade, wasn't he? Aloha Gilman.
I think so, yeah. The Chiefs pretty much only lost secondary. Joshua Williams went to the Titans. Jalen Watson went to the Rams. Brian Cook went to the Bengals, and then Gardner Minshew ended up getting more money as a backup at the Cardinals. And then obviously Trent McDuffie, which is, I think,
so
the hardest one.
Not to interrupt this conversation again with Max Crosby stuff, but I just thought this was interesting. The Rabbit Sheet, because right now he's on NFL Network and he's talking about like all the shit right now. He posts on Threads. He goes, "Would the Cowboys be back in with what they've done in free agency so far? It may not be possible, but time will tell." So he's kind of like soft launching it.
I would, yeah. But and then Isaiah Pacheco signed with the Lions. I think that's a good spot.
I actually love that fucking hire. I know, like, I think it was shitty to watch David Montgomery like leave and go to the Texans and go for like a worse situation.
It's literally 2.0. It's Sonic and Knuckles.
And it's also like at the same time, it's like, you know, if you draft fucking Jahmyr Gibbs in fucking fantasy, you're not worried about Pacheco taking a spot.
Yeah.
Well, you are worried about him taking carries, though.
It's vulturing touchdowns.
Yeah.
Like when they had what's his face? God, the guy that had like 12 touchdowns that one year.
Kareem Hunt?
No, he went to the Saints afterwards.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about. He was the
Jamal Williams.
Jamal Williams.
Thank you. Yeah, that was with David Montgomery. Was that David? Yeah, that was David Montgomery. It wasn't Jahmyr Gibbs at that point, but he was just like the touchdown vulture.
Yep, pretty much. I still think that they'll probably do one more deal. If I had to guess, the Chiefs will.
Do you think it's going to involve them getting rid of that Rams pick potentially?
No, I think they sign someone in free agency again. I think they go secondary. I think they'll go another corner.
That is what worries me. Not to like turn this into a Rams discussion. Is what the fuck are they going to do with that 13th pick? Because they unloaded the 29th pick and we're like, okay, we'll just go get Trent McDuffie. And now they're like, now we got this. Because you know the Rams historically do not use their first round picks. It's like now it's just sitting here like a loaded gun. And I'm like, what the fuck are they going to use it on?
Yeah. 100%. It's not going to be. Hey.
My nightmare. I know it's probably not going to happen. My nightmare scenario is Cardinals Tate somehow drops to 13. They grab him.
Oh, the Chiefs get him at. No, they're at 9.
No, I'm saying the Rams. Cardinals Tate drops to 13, and the Rams somehow grab him.
I don't think he's dropping. I saw somewhere that the Chiefs were going to draft him.
Which honestly,
and I don't hate.
You don't hate my guy. He's like the next. He looks like the next Julio Jones, my guy. He looks like a monster on the field.
We'll see,
dude. It's like, can you? Again, I've always said this about Cardinals Tate. It's like you take JSN and Emeka Ibuka's route running and you give it to the size and speed of Julio Jones. Like, why the fuck would you not want that? Yeah. He's a monster.
I'm intrigued to see what happens with him.
I think they need to go offensive line.
I agree. Offensive line is probably the right call. Honestly, my ideal.
I heard one point that they could have been in the Trent Williams sweepstakes, and if that would, which is
hilarious because I've talked about the Trent Williams sweepstakes for a while, and you've always gone, "No, I don't want Trent Williams."
Well,
I miss my sweet baby.
He's getting old though. That's the problem.
Dude, it doesn't even matter.
It doesn't matter.
He's so good.
His production is so consistent.
Good.
He's still so fast. It doesn't make sense.
No, it doesn't. And he would definitely be a huge piece to that offense. I don't know if they have enough money because they want to eventually extend. They'll want to expand Josh Simmons, and he'll be our left tackle. Do you bring in Trent Williams to play left tackle and you push Simmons out to be right?
Does Simmons have experience going from left to right? Because I know that was a big thing with Tristan Wirfs when we transitioned him from right tackle to left tackle because he had experience of that.
Yeah.
At Iowa.
Connerly this year for us.
It depends on if they have, because it's like, because again, Tristan Wirfs is the only player to get all pro at both positions. He said it was almost like he struggled at training camp like crazy because everything is mirrored.
Yeah.
So every way that your body moves, you have to flip and invert in your brain.
Oh God,
Yeah.
So that's why the transition is super hard.
They were talking a lot about Connerly on Washington this year, coming from playing left tackle at Oregon to right tackle for us with Tunsil. And he was like, they're like, the talent's there, everything's there. You could just see his brain is slow. He's just like, fuck, I have to move a completely different part of my body right now. Like, it was like, all of it's there. The reaction's there. He's in the right place. He's just not moving the right way yet because he can't learn. And you can see as the year went on, he figured it out like very quickly. Which puts a lot of respect on those swing tackles like every team has that can just like pop in and play tackle. It's like, damn, dude, how do you do that?
Yeah, tackle's one of the hardest positions.
Yeah.
Like from a technique standpoint, like your technique has to be on. If it's not, you're in trouble.
Oh yeah, because
you're gonna get
the amount of insane edge rushers in the league.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Which, funny enough, I was gonna bring up in other big signings. Now that the Max Crosby deal is off, all the Joe Burrow memes are no longer hilarious. Because all the memes of like, imagine having to play against Myles Garrett, TJ Watt, Max Crosby twice a year. Damn, those memes are dead. Tragically, they were funny as fuck.
We'll see what they end up doing, but no, I'm liking what we did a little bit on offense. I'm still very interested to see where Tyreek Hill ends up.
Yeah. Okay. So, Luke, I'm sorry to do this and throw out the nightmare scenario for you, but I've been thinking about this a lot with Tyreek. He's going to the Chargers, isn't he? It makes sense when you like really dive into it and start thinking about it.
Why?
He really likes Mike McDaniels as the play caller, and also why wouldn't you want to go end your career with Herbert and have Mike McDaniels still be your play caller? And I guess again, I know Eric Bieniemy and Mahomes were like his best statistical years, but it's like Chargers is also a nice place to play. And you will guarantee you'll get number one receiver numbers and targets.
Dude, he's coming off an injury.
I know, but like let's compare Chargers wide receiver room to Chiefs. He has to compete with like Xavier Worthy.
Who knows? Rashee Rice might not even be on the team by the time.
Rashee Rice obviously what's going on with him right now, but it's like, and Hollywood Brown's still on the team, right, for Kansas City?
I think so.
So it's like you have to compete against those three, and you also compete against Travis Kelce, who's also going to get a far share of the target. So it's like, why wouldn't you want to go? And when you go to the Chargers, you only have to compete with McConkey, Stick. Like, that's kind of compelling. And you also get to still stay with Mike McDaniels, who is really good at scheming up plays for you and getting you open in space.
You don't have to be a one. You can just be a player on that team and be useful.
Counter argument. He wants to play with Patrick Mahomes again.
I don't think he wants to. I don't think how it ended there with everything, like, sour taste.
He was spotted in Kansas City a couple of weeks ago.
Interesting.
Looking at houses, apparently. That was the rumor mill.
But also, you don't know. 2 weeks is a lot of time between then and now. And also the fact that it wasn't immediate. Like, I would say, this is my argument for it. Like, let's say, like, yesterday, 12 o'clock hit, if the entire day passed and he signed early in the day, like Mike Evans, I think that would have point. I think if he was so committed to Kansas City, I think he would have been one of the first free agents out of the gate. The fact that we're still going, Luke, and there's nothing. I haven't heard anything about him outside of I heard the initial like 2 weeks ago, like, oh, he's in Kansas City looking at houses thing. I heard about that. But it's been 2 weeks and we haven't heard a peep out of anybody, which makes me think there are multiple teams in the running and they're both making really good offers and he's contemplating it. There has to be a second team in there that's making him really pause and think for a second, which makes me think it's the Chargers. Because that's the team that makes sense in my mind to make that kind of offer. Because they are in the position to make that offer.
We'll see. What about Romeo Dobbs going to the Patriots? That's hilarious.
I don't mind that offer because I know everyone's like, oh, Romeo Dobbs went to easy schedule. And I'm like, no offense, Brad, because someone was like being like, why didn't you go to Washington? That would make more sense. And I was like, who would you rather play for? Mike Vrabel or Dan Quinn? Mike Vrabel.
It's a tough one right now, too. We were right in with him, apparently. We were like the next best offer, more or less.
Like, I get the whole Jaden Daniels argument, but it's also like,
yeah, they just went to the Super Bowl, but I mean, a year ago we were the NFC Championship. So
like Drake May isn't a pushover.
It's just interesting to see how that would play out. But it felt like that was the guy that was rumored for both those teams. I'm not shocked he went to the Patriots. That's fine. Like wide receiver, we need one. I'm not. Well, we can get to my team, I guess, and talk about the weirdness that's going on.
So Brad, can we just talk about the fact because obviously it's not going to happen until next year. I know we're talking about free agency next year instead of this year, but it's kind of something they've been kind of eyeing since the whole Mike Evans thing has been kicking off because some people are talking about it, obviously, because they're very similar players. I'm hearing rumor mills that Terry McLaurin, this may be like his final year in Washington. I've been hearing that like fucking crazy.
That's going around a lot, which I think really depends a lot on how drafting in the free agent class goes the next like 2 years, if I'm being honest. The concern is there's some sour taste in the mouth from how the contract negotiation was this year. And then he did not play well and was not healthy this year for kind of the first time in his career. So it was tough for one of my favorite players in Washington history. Love Terry. It'll be interesting to see how they work that out or if they figure out a restructure on his deal. I wouldn't be shocked if they figure out a restructure just because there's nothing behind him. That like we get to Washington sign it. We haven't got a wide receiver yet. It's kind of one want I really wanted from our free agency period here. What's going to happen, which is concerning, is that Brandon Ayuk is probably going to be commander in the next like week and a half.
Oh my god! Can y'all just stop picking up the scraps of the 49ers? Like my god,
there's just no way he's not at this point. Like it doesn't. It's going to happen. No one's going to give him a contract except for us because he wants to play with Jaden. Like
yep.
It's 100%. Like it's probably gonna be like a relatively vet minimum contract. I hope he doesn't like tank everything. Like,
I just find it hilarious that in back-to-back off seasons you guys go from Deebo Samuel to Brandon Ayuk.
This offense could have been really good if Terry was healthy at all, and then Jaden was healthy at all with Deebo. That could have been a lot of fun. Or if Cliff Kingsbury was a semi-competent offensive coordinator. That could have been really fun. But I had no problem with the Deebo signing. I thought it was great. The Ayuk signing is concerning for all the obvious reasons. But at the same time, like this our number 2 wide receiver is Trevion Burks.
Trevion Burks kind of showed some flashes, weirdly enough.
He showed some flashes. I don't know. I guess after that, it's like Luke McCaffrey or Jalen Lane. It's not good. It's real bad. It's like real bad, real fast. And there was a game last year where Chris Moore was our number 1. And Chris Moore, I'm not sure is still a real football player. He could be a made-up Madden guy. Unsure. Like it's bad. They need to sign a wide receiver. But
well, here's the. I know I was talking this up for Luke a little bit. I know some draft mocks are like saying the Commanders go with Mekhi Lemon. Some are saying Admiral Reese. Obviously, I'm not talking about. I'm like kind of just jumping around the board a little bit. Cardinals could fall.
I don't think they take a wide out there. If they take a offensive player at that point, it will be Love, I think.
Because my mindset is like I'm just trying to think about it from like a schematic standpoint. Can you imagine as a defensive coordinator trying to stop Terry McLaurin and Carnell Tate? Like fuck that shit.
This offense is gonna be completely different under Blau. We're gonna be under center a ton.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Now, like Cliff ran a 60% shotgun offense, which is like not great. We're gonna be under center a ton. I didn't mind our running back core last year at all between Bill, Jeremy McNichols, and C-Rod. Like I thought they were all very solid running backs, but you get a Love back there I'm not like crazy about drafting a running back at 7. Like it's not. It doesn't taste good to me, but it's going to be fun. I'm telling you that much. It's going to be fun if he's there. I'll be very intrigued by what they do there. Dobbs was kind of the guy I was hoping they would go for, but it is what it is. I mean, they've made some solid signings so far. I'm pretty happy with what we've done.
And like I said, Washington still has the biggest amount of money in the cap right now because of the whole Max Crosby bullshit.
We'll get into Washington now. So the biggest move we made, the most important move we made, is not free agent signing. It's extending Larry Tunsil. Tunsil played great last year. Sure, both tackle positions for a long time for this team. Really happy to have Tunsil back. He seemed like he wanted to be back. And Peters even came out and said he's like, after the contract negotiation with Terry last year and how bad it went, we weren't dragging this shit out. We're just gonna get it done. And they got it done like immediately, which was great. Very happy to have Larry Tunsil back on this team. We'll go from bottom up. We'll go for the boring ones. Marcus Mariota back. Happy. Good for Marcus. I think he's a great mentor. All you can ask for. Me too. Amik Robertson. Unsure. Seems a little mixed reviews from Detroit. But they hadn't played on the outside last year, which he did not do well. He's a slot guy, kind of a dog. And the big thing for Washington is we got killed on injuries last year, but Trey Amos was really flashing at Ole Miss, and he was really, really solid, and he got hurt. And then, like most of the team, Mikey Sanders was a stud as a rookie, and it was terrible last year, but they hadn't played nickel.
Out of position.
Slot corner. Like he was a slot corner in Michigan, but like he was much better on the outside. I think this locks up a slot corner, Amik Robinson, and then Mikey goes back outside. I think it kind of shores it up a little bit, but I don't believe those would be our 3 starting corners going into week 1. I think there's probably gonna make another signing. I wouldn't mind bringing Jonathan Jones back. He was pretty solid for us to come the end of the year. There's going to be another corner signing they do, or they draft one. Would not be shocked there. Reunion with Tim Settle. Very happy about having Tim Settle back. Big old nose tackle. Played in Houston last year. Played really well. He's the only true one technique tackle we have, which is really fun, especially with the new defense we're going to be running. It's going to be a lot of 3-4. We need a true nose tackle. Settle eats up blocks. I was really disappointed when we got rid of Tim Settle and we were basically forced to get rid of him because we had at the time Jonathan Allen and Deron Payne, and I wanted Tim Settle in more because he did things neither of those guys did. So having him back, I think that fits really well in this defense. It's going to free up some stuff. Signing right before we got on here, Leo Chanel. Very happy to get a functional linebacker out there. Bobby Wagner was showing his age. As good as Bobby Wagner is, did not need to see him out there all the time and stuff. Well, Leo Chanel's like an athletic freak. He had like a 9.99 RAS score.
Yes.
Crazy. It's like the third highest linebacker one like ever.
This year he fell off a little bit, but the year before that, when they made it to the Super Bowl, the year before that, or 2 years ago, like he was the one that blocked the field goal against the Broncos. Like he's a special teams guy as well. And I think that's a very important role to have, as well as.
Well, I feel like Leo Chanel is like kind of like because I feel like the NFL is starting to change a little bit when it comes to like linebackers, like especially with like, can they play on the outside? Can they play Mike? Can they play like in the middle? Can they
cover a corner? Can they cover a tight end?
I feel like Leo Chanel is kind of like becoming like what it is. Like, can they play multiple positions at once and kind of be all over the field? I feel like Leo Chanel is kind of embodying that, because I feel like Kyle Hamilton and Nicky Memori, I know they're not linebackers, kind of changed the mindset of defensive players, and I feel like that you're starting to see the shift now, which is why I think Sonny Styles is kind of is on the rise, because Sonny Styles can play all over the field and still be competent to great. And I feel like Leo Chanel can fit that role perfectly, because he could rush off the edge, or he could be a sub linebacker in the middle of the field and be supportive to whoever is the second guy, whether Bobby comes back or not.
To me, to Frankie Luvu, who we have now, who I really like. Frankie didn't play well last year, but he played great the year before. He's probably our best defensive player the year before. And similar thing, you kind of put him anywhere, fast, athletic, gets different spots. Frankie the whole defense was bad. Like, I can't even say it was all like, it was just totally him falling off as a player. The defense was so bad, I don't think so. And it's great to just have another competent, solid linebacker in there. And then the big one, getting Owe on the edge. Huge. This team had no edge rushers last year. Like I was saying earlier, Von Miller led the team in sacks with 9. I barely remember Von Miller making plays. And then the second was Dorrance Armstrong with 5.5 in 7 games. And Dorrance is maybe the most underrated edge in the league right now. He's hurt, but he was playing so good, and I was very excited for him to kind of break out, and then he got hurt. Having OA, Dorrance Armstrong, and then rotational pieces, to me, is a relatively acceptable edge defense to go in the year with. Still not mind drafting an edge. You can kind of never have enough of them. We don't know what Armstrong's going to look like when he gets back from an injury either. But signing OA, that deal, was it? I think it's $68 million guaranteed, $25 million a year for a player that was not doing well in Baltimore. He had 10 sacks the year before in Baltimore. Went to Jesse Minter's defense in San Diego, LA, and had 7.5 sacks to finish out the year, and looked great and was lined up like everywhere on the defensive line. He took like over 100 snaps from pretty much every D-line position. You can move around left and right side. Very heavy. He's another freak athlete. I think Adam Peters has a type, and hopefully defense plays a little. It's gonna be a very aggressive defense with Jones coaching it, coming from the Brian Flores scheme. I think he's a guy that fits that mold. Excited to see how that one pans out. And it's one of the things too. Is it expensive for a guy that like has had one double-digit sack season? Yes. The cap went up a ton this year, which was huge. He's pretty young. I mean, how OA is 27, and like you're paying $25 million a year for a like 1B, number 2 type edge in the league, like a pretty, tier 2 below the top guys, but like it's not terrible money wise. Like I'm totally fine with that deal.
I mean, I know OA because I'm looking at this right now because I was just looking at that because I was trying to figure out the number and all that. Apparently, Washington was really in on Jalen Phillips, but they just kind of missed out.
Yes.
Same with Mafe, so it's kind of finding it interesting. That it's like obviously, hand over fist, you probably would want Phillips over OA, but like OA, it's like I feel like it's a great supplementary like second price.
Phillips is injured a lot, and that's concerning. OA really hasn't been like super injured. His production's been a little less consistent, but like Phillips feels like that contract we could look back on in 2 years and be like, this dude tore an ACL and has looked terrible. Where LA, like injury can happen to anybody, but it doesn't. I don't feel like we're gonna look back at this contract and be like, this was awful. It just might not have lived up to what it is.
Well, I also feel like
kind of like low floor, high ceiling play from the team.
I also feel like edge rushers is like the hardest position to pay for because it's like so inconsistent in terms of money.
Yeah.
To like figure it out.
And you have to pay for it. Like you have to pay for it. It's expensive. Like, yeah, this guy's he's making $2 million yes, and Tyler Linderbaum, who's the number 1 center. Granted, that contract's insane, but like
which you're Tyler Linderbaum's agent right now.
Yeah. Well, the real one they're probably gonna get rid of is Kwity Paye. Is probably not gonna be a Raider.
Jesus.
But like it, it's only like I think so far it's been solid. We still need a receiver. I think that's the biggest need for this team right now. The free agent wide receivers don't like make me overly excited, and honestly, not a lot of the draft receivers.
Well, I feel like
really excited, but
the interesting receivers are already gone.
Yeah, that's probably the biggest thing that like sucks is that the interesting receivers, the guys I was looking at this team to go for, are gone. Which sucks. A little disappointed. Now we were in on Alec Pierce. Kind of glad we didn't sign Alec Pierce to like $30 million a year. I'm not sure he's a number 1. Dobbs and Shaheed were kind of the two I was really intrigued by from our team. Like I thought both those could be good fits. Don't get either. I think they're probably going to go get a speed guy. I wouldn't be shocked with a De'Ami Brown reunion.
Well, to me, the most interesting one was Jalen Naylor. I know he was a little bit under the radar, but like I feel like because everyone's like when they talk about Minnesota, it's like, oh my God, Addison, oh my God, Justin Jefferson. But Naylor was actually JJ McCarthy's favorite target if you were paying attention to like where the targets were going. So the fact that he kind of went to the Raiders, I think, is a good move because I feel like he's going to go up there and actually be a number 1 when I feel like on most teams he'd be a good solid number 2. So I feel like that's just a win-win.
The other thing for me too is this team was so old. Last year was like the oldest team in the NFL, and these guys are all young. They're all under 30. Outside of Settle, I think might be 30, but they're all younger guys. This team's getting younger. That's good. I mean, you look at the players that Washington has as free agents right now. The only one that has been signed is Tyler Biadasz, which is still a little confusing for me for the whole center thing. I don't know what we're doing there. I don't know what's going on. I'm intrigued to see what happens. I think we probably sign another center. There is not a single other free agent from Washington that is signed anywhere.
It's like looking
it's been
at
a bad team.
Because I'm just looking at receivers right now. Obviously, number one right now listed is Tyreek Hill. Then it's Christian Kirk, then Deebo Samuel, then Mooney, then Tutu Atwell. So
yeah.
Honestly,
and then Hollywood Brown is still a free agent, by the way. He hasn't been officially re-signed yet. He's still pending free agent.
Well,
so it's looking at this, it's honestly, I know you hate it, Brad. I would draft a receiver.
I just
not in the first round, second round, third round.
We don't even have a second, or I don't think we have a third pick either. We have no picks. We have to draft a late receiver, so that's a tough part. But I'm not receiver. You can get lucky late. I'm not saying we will, but we could get one or two okay guys and then figure it out the next year with receiver.
Which I think just it kind of adds fuel to the Brandon Ayuk comment you made earlier. I think that it seems more likely.
Receivers, Brandon Ayuk. I think that's what they're going to do, which again is fine. The hope is Jaden's there.
The reason why he's not listed in free agents, I think you would have to trade for him if I remember correctly, because
he has not been released yet.
He's not been released, so you have to go get his rights.
Yeah. I don't. Once the league year starts, I think that might change. I think that's the kind of vibe going on there, at least from what I'm hearing. But it's intriguing. I'm happy so far. It's definitely changed the draft. I think it's going to put us in that Jeremiah Love conversation a lot more than originally planned.
Because it removes the number one prospect I thought Washington was going to go with. I thought they were going to go Averill Reese, but now you guys signed Leo Chenal. I'm well, it's not going to be Averill Reese.
Yeah, I don't the big ones that were talked about beforehand were really one of Bain. Reese never seemed like he was going to get to us. Bain, Bailey were kind of the two big ones.
Oh, yeah, David Bailey is a monster out of Texas Tech.
Bailey was the guy I really wanted. I still would be very happy with David. The thing that cracked me up was all he does is rush the passer. I'm yeah, that's a pretty good trait to have in the NFL. It's a pretty sick thing to do. What's useful in every single team in football? A dude that just gets at the passer. That's pretty good. I'm a fan of that skill set. Give it to me. No one complains really that much in the MLB when Kyle Schwarber hits 240 but hits 55 home runs. He hit 55 home runs. If you have 12 sacks a year, no one gives a shit if you don't stop the run.
Well, no, it does make me think about that because I remember Cam Jordan was on Games with Names and he was talking about that, except he was making the inverse argument of yes, he's an elite pass rusher, but he's a fucking liability in the run game, and no one talks about that. Because he was talking about the idea stats or sacks is an overrated stat line. That doesn't really describe how it is to be a good edge.
Yeah, there's a ton of good edges that like aren't great at the run because I'd rather have a guy that's like a 12 sack a year guy.
Agreed.
than a guy that's kind of good stop and run and is giving you 4.5. Like that doesn't sound great to me. I'd rather have the 12 sack guy. And a team that's going to be very aggressive too. With Jones coaching this defense now, you want the guy that gets out.
Which
I think that's the big one.
That's the other interesting thing because it's like now that Dan Quinn's kind of out on that, not calling defense. I'm like, and he's now kind of in the CEO role. I'm curious how Washington's going to be from a schematic standpoint defensively this year.
It's going to be very Brian Flores-esque. Talk is going to be base 3-4 most likely, but everyone kind of plays nickel nowadays anyway as their base. But it's going to be base 3-4. It's going to be aggressive. It's probably not going to be Brian Flores aggressive, but this guy that's played under Flores for a while or coached under Flores for a while. It's going to be aggressive. The team is just not good on defense. It did not have the staff, and you can see that by the lack of signings from the guys on the team last year. It did not have the players to do anything, and they got to basically rebuild that whole defense. But I think it's going to be a much how badly it was coached last year. It has to be better,
and I feel like
can't not be.
Washington's finally got it out of their system because I feel like last year's offseason was them just trying to maximize their window. Like we have to maximize. We have to build off what we did last year. We have to maximize like the windows open, and then I feel like they did the stereotypical thing of getting older. When now I feel like they have to kind of do the complete polar opposite. I think they need to get younger and just try to build up that way.
The thing too that has really killed this team was how bad Ron Rivera was at drafting. There's one draft pick left from him, I think. Now it's awful. There's just no players, and some of those a lot of them were very bad picks Forbes, a couple of other ones, and some of them Chase Young. Like I don't really dislike the Chase Young pick even now. Like that would here's the obvious number 2 pick in the draft.
I agree. Like I wouldn't go back and change that pick at all
Like,
for Washington.
I can't be like mad about that. Like that's okay. Yeah, that happens. Like
that's not a terrible whiff.
Yeah, like that just happens sometimes. And we're being aggressive in free agency, which was a big change. Baseball gets talked about a lot from me, but baseball free agency is crazy because of the lack of a cap. And Andrew Friedman, who's the president of baseball ops for the Dodgers, had a quote like 2 years ago, and he was like, if you want to feel good about your free agent contracts, that's nice. Have fun coming in second place. Like you're not going to win them. Like that, he straight up was just like, you're not going to win free agents if you leave feeling good. Like you're going to feel like you overpaid. If you don't want to overpay guys, have fun not signing anybody. And they kind of have to do that. Like, and they're doing that. Like they're paying guys, and like you have to go and do that. And it makes sense. Yeah, it's different for the Dodgers and unlimited money.
Yeah,
but like, yeah, you have to go pay guys. Like that's what you have to do, and you're gonna pay more than they're worth. And you're gonna feel gross about it, but do it.
I've always been like a big fan of like the Howie Roseman approach of like you go sign a free agent, like guy that's like kind of a little bit unsure, a little bit like below market, and then you go draft a guy in the same position of that equivalent, and then you compete them head to head, and whoever comes out on top, you get rid of the other guy. That strategy fucking works.
Yeah, it works. Like you have to do it. But yeah. It's been an exciting free agency so far for kind of every team. Who's the biggest one left we got out there? Trey Henderson.
Trey Henderson is but now with Max Crosby, now
that's interesting.
Now I'm like, fucking please Baltimore, because like I'm like, it's like as a Tampa fan, I'm like hanging on by a fucking thread with free agency. I'm like, please, I need Jason Light to do something exciting. I need a big move to like.
Rashawn Gary his deal might fall through as well because of Max Crosby.
So it's like I need Tampa to like fucking get in there and make a big splash move to like reinvigorate this fucking fan base.
I don't think the Chiefs are gonna make a big splash move. I think they're pretty much done.
I think Washington gets one more edge. I think we get Chase on.
Well,
seen a lot. I think we get one more edge.
Pre-Max Crosby trade veto, the teams that were quote unquote the most interested in Trey Henderson were Tampa, obviously, because I'm paying attention to that, Seattle, Chicago, and New England. I think were the 4. They were like what the rumors are saying are all in on Trey Henderson. So it's like.
Just don't let it be the Patriots, please, for the love of God.
Please let it be Tampa. I need something at this point in time. I need some hope. God damn it. I need hope. I need hope.
Who is the biggest loser out of free agency right now?
Who?
And why is it the Bills?
Feels like the Bills. It actually kind of feels like the Bills.
I mean, they got DJ Moore in the trade, which I thought that was a good trade for both sides, to be honest. Fucking Josh Allen needs a number 1 receiver, and it's been fucking due for 2 years. So I like the DJ Moore trade. Plus, they also got him for fucking pennies and nickels because the Bears were so confident they were going to fucking get Crosby, and that didn't work out in their fucking favor. Well, still can, but they don't have enough money to do it. But still, like, I don't hate that for Buffalo, but besides that, they're not really making any moves. So it's like, you could say Buffalo, but like, I think there are more obvious picks out there.
All right, who?
Let's fucking. It's hard to talk about losers because winners are like fucking easy because like I have like some sneaky teams that I feel like are good, but like trying to figure out like obviously fucking Saints every single.
The biggest loser right now is the Raiders.
It's crazy because they were kind of winners.
I thought they were winners for the last 24 hours because like yes they were overpaying, but they also had the fucking they're in like kind of like we have so much cap space because we fucking suck mode, so we can just pay whoever we want kind of money.
Well, they were doing what Washington did. They were paying the bad team tax for everybody. They're like, we're gonna give you an extra $2 million. We know we suck. Like,
yeah, I feel like it's harder to like do losers because winners is like fucking easy. I can rip them off like right now and be like, this team won, this team won, this team won. I think
do it.
So I think Pittsburgh, weirdly enough, actually has been kind of a sneaky team that's been winning fucking trades and signing people. Like they just got Michael Pittman in a trade via Indy. They got fucking, hate to say as a Bucs fan, they got Jamel Dean, arguably the best corner in free agency for fucking cheap ass shit. Like, I think Pittsburgh right now is fucking wheeling and dealing. which is weird to say because it's the other Pennsylvania team that's usually wheeling and dealing people, and they're not wheeling and dealing these people, even though Howie Roseman decided to put his dick on the table today.
Well, I mean, he traded Blankenship.
That was kind of shocking.
Blankenship is interesting to Houston, which I'm like,
that's fun.
That's
Goes
fun.
To great defense already.
And I feel like, again, I'm kind of just like honing in on the Raiders the most because like if they can get the Linderbaum contract to stay, I still say they're winners.
It's the Quiddy Pay contract's gonna go. That's like $48 million. They're just gonna dump that immediately.
Because Linderbaum, like them figuring out fucking center is gonna be massive. And I was curious what they were gonna do with pick 14, but now they don't have pick 14 anymore. But they could have pick 12 if Dallas could figure their shit out. So they still may have 2 firsts. And it's like because if they can solidify offensive line, they may be set.
We'll see
for next year.
They have a good back.
Well,
I'm not Fernando Mendoza.
Clint Kubiak has said on the record that he wants to install what he did in Seattle and he wants to have a 2-back system. So we still have to figure out who back number 2 is going to be for the Raiders.
If they get that pick, could they trade up and get Jeremiah Love?
Can you imagine Ashton Genty and Jeremiah Love as your backfield? Holy fuck.
No, thank you.
Bad way to use draft capital.
I mean, bad way to use draft capital, but my God, that would be so much fun to watch.
Would it, though?
I mean, if they can figure out offensive line and still solidify a guard and get a good offensive line coach. I know I'm saying a bunch of what ifs right now, but like, but they're not that far off.
Yeah.
I feel like, in terms of like, I'm so harping on losers. New Orleans, I feel like is because Mickey Loomis is just fucking. I know Ryan isn't here to defend the Saints' honor, but like Mickey Loomis is a joke of a fucking GM and hasn't been for a while.
I raise you that, and I raise you fucking Tua Tagovailoa going to
the Falcons.
I can't even consider the Falcons losers because that franchise is just like a disaster. Like, I don't know what the hell they're doing.
Because like
nothing makes sense. None of it works. Like I don't get it.
If they had I hate to say it because the UW side of me hurts me to say this every single time. If they could just fucking get a competent quarterback, they're contenders.
Yeah, really.
Like they just need to figure out quarterback, and their option was because they had a bunch of options. I thought they were due after Malik Willis potentially, but obviously he went to Miami because of the Jeff Hafley connection, and that was insane. Also, we're not even talking about the fucking we're talking about Tua, but we're not even talking about the $99 million cap hit Miami took to cut Tua, which is insane. They're like, we don't want you this much because we're going to take a $99 million cap hit.
Well, I mean, they don't have state income tax.
Cool. It's still $99 million in negative.
That's so much in negative.
Well,
the last time I remember a team doing that was the Broncos with Russell Wilson with $80 million, and that was still like, oh my God.
I mean, that just kills you for like years. That's the tough part.
But it's like Atlanta's now going to have like, no offense, Penix and Tua is going to be like the battle of D-list quarterbacks.
Oh, it's terrible.
100%.
And it's like,
it's a bad organization.
Because like, I'll be honest as a Bucs fan, I didn't hate the Kevin Stefanski hire from Atlanta's point of view. I'm like, that's actually kind of a good hire. Like, I know people forget he was a coach of the year prospect. What was it, 22? But he won it, and people like to throw it under the rug, act like it never happened. Like, I'm like, sorry, like Cleveland's problems was not Kevin Stefanski. It was organizational level incompetence.
It's 2-time coach of the year. It's insane.
So it's like, again, with Atlanta, I'm like, that's a fucking horrible move. New Orleans, they got Travis Etienne, and then obviously they had that. And I'm like, okay, signing. Okay, got Alvin Kamara replacement. And then they had the linebacker signing out of Atlanta, which I'm like, okay, that's pretty okay. Now, we're just sticking in the NFC South. So I'm just kind of going through everyone because I'm going down the line here. Carolina, I would say, is a winner.
They're going crazy.
They're going crazy right now. Fucking, they got Devin Lloyd, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, Jesus Christ, Carolina. Like, calm down. Like, y'all Yo, like, they win one NFC South fucking title, and they think they're Big Mo over here, and I'm like, Jesus Christ.
They might as well be Big Mo.
Yeah, I mean they're going for it, which respect.
They are.
That's what you want. Like that. Like as a fan, you want your team to like throw their chips in every now and again, and they're throwing their chips.
Yeah, so they got Jalen Phillips, Devin Lloyd. And that was their two big signings.
I mean, yeah,
you know a team that hasn't done anything? The Broncos.
Yeah, they've done nothing. It's a weird. It's been
no. They I think their only move was what, Dobbins, like recently.
Yeah,
like bringing back Dobbins from. Like, hey, nostalgia, Denver. Remember Dobbins from like 2 years ago?
They cut Greenlaw. That was like the biggest.
The Greenlaw signing. God, I don't get me wrong. I don't want to like release it or go back and be like the Alex and the Lindsay thing, but if Tampa could have got Dre Greenlaw, like, oh my God.
That's another interesting one too. Now that he's going to be out there, like, what are they going to?
It's like which team at linebacker? Like
needs
a
linebacker.
Like, here's the thing with the draft. It's like with the Advil Reeses of the world, your Sonny Styles of the world, your Jacob Rodriguez's of the world. It's like, do you value Dre Greenlaw more, or do you value drafting younger? It's like there's so many pros and cons to it. I think like you can see the argument for both sides.
Yeah.
So I'm curious to see where Dre Greenlaw is going to be going here.
100%.
So it's like,
yeah.
I'm curious to see how the rest of free agency is going to go, because I feel like most of the heavy hitters are gone.
Yeah.
But there's still some left on the board. Like, I think Trey Henderson's obviously the top dog right now left, or everyone's like, where the fuck is he going?
Henderson and Juwan are the two biggest.
Juwan Jennings, yeah.
Yeah.
Because the 49ers, because everyone forgets.
Besides Juwan Jennings.
Oh my God, Washington's. If they do that, Washington's not being the stereotype of just going and pick up 49ers old pieces.
I'll take it. They've been a very good team for a very long time. We've been a very bad team for a very long time. I will take it.
I mean, Luke will remember those days, even though it's been a long time ago when Kansas City used to do that shit. Kansas City used to love turning 49ers fucking washed up players and just make them their fucking, like, the darling of the town.
But we did it before with like Ron Rivera's like bad Panthers players. So like I'd rather do it with like good San Fran players. Like I'm fine with
100%. Yeah. Well, and like here's the other thing. I saw a stat. The last time the Chiefs paid big money for a running back was Priest Holmes. What did he do that year that he signed with the Chiefs? He went off. He had his record year. Best year that he's ever had. Maybe Kenith Walker will have a good year. Who knows? Excuse me. But
it's too early to tell for that one.
What else we got, boys?
I mean, we could rip through some like kind of like what we were doing last episode with like trivia kind of stuff, like 60 seconds, that kind of stuff as well.
I do also have DJ Corner.
Oh, you do have DJ Corner.
Yeah. Go DJ Corner.
It's been a good. It's golf season, boys. We've been on fucking fire with golf. We've been on fire. We've hit 2 outrights. We've been on fire, doing really well. All right, hold on. Let me share what we got. Hold
on. And next week we should do March Madness episode.
I would suck at basketball, so I'm gonna volunteer out of that one. I would have the worst picks.
All right. It is Players Week, boys.
Oh, jeez.
It is the Players. It's the kind of first big tournament of the year, golf. Very exciting.
Is it in Pebble Beach?
TPC Sawgrass down in Florida. So Players, they play like every year since like 1974. It's like the PGA premier tournament. All the best players are there. TPC Sawgrass is historically one of the hardest golf courses. Recently, it has not been. This tournament was played in May. Ever since it's been moved back to March, things have changed, become a little more difficult, except for Scotty last year shooting 20 fucking under. But TPC Sawgrass, little course kind of knowledge first and foremost. This course is it's really important to be good off the tee, kind of like at every course. Par 4s are long, but the biggest thing to me is bogey avoidance. What kills players this course is making big numbers. There is water everywhere. It's the famous island green hole. It's a tough course. And the interesting thing is, for a long time at this course, the winners were very, very, very random. It was like they were like Phil Mickelson won this tournament and has repeatedly stated multiple times, "I don't know how the hell I won here. It makes no sense to me." Like barely anybody's repeated. It's like Scotty, Tiger, Rory, and like one other dude have won here twice. Very hard to repeat, but it's a very fun week. It's one of the best golf watching weeks. Our model this week, we are doing the classic strokes gain. We have a little approach, off the tee is our baseline. Scoring, we want some weights on bogey avoidance, of course. Driving actually fairways gain, hitting the fairways is important. There's water on some of these holes. Approach shots. Lot of your approach shots, because it's not a super long course, you're going to come between 100 and 150 yards. So we weighted that a little bit there. Hole types. A lot of par fives. You need to make your money on your par fives here because you're going to get killed on the par fours. And then par fours are relatively long, on the longer side. So we weight there. I am always a big proponent of course history. Course history does not matter here. You will see guys go T50, T60, miscut, win. It totally kind of random. There's not a whole lot of logic behind what happens here. Outside of now, it is the best players. And a lot of it, too, in my mind, comes down this week to a little bit of vibes, which is not normally how I go about these things, but it is a bit of a vibes week. We've seen guys kind of have their coming out parties here, guys like Cam Smith, Ricky Fowler's, kind of making their push into, bigger name, bigger tournaments, major competitions. So we have plays. Is it sharing that one? I can't tell. Hold on. Let me reshare real fast. And I shared that. We have plays. We have 5 outrights right now. First one, Ludwig Aberg. Ludwig, one of my favorite golfers. He's like a golfing robot. Just one of the best all-around games in golf at the moment. He was so hot coming into the players last year, got sick, and then just like fell off the rest of the year. He's been playing extremely well to start the year. So a lot of what I did this week was kind of concentrate on guys that have been playing well the past couple of weeks, some of the big events that have happened. Ludwig, I could see this guy easily coming in, Cam Smith-esque, winning it, and then he is like competed at the Masters every year and going and winning the Masters in a month. Next one, Seb Straka, ball striking savant. One of the most fun guys to watch. He's like this big dude that does not hit the ball far, kind of comical. He's also from like Austria, but went to Georgia and talks with a Southern accent and loves Diet Coke. Comical, but premier ball striker. You want accuracy. That's where we're going with Seb. Matt Fitzpatrick, former U.S. Open winner at the Country Club. Fitzy kind of fell off a couple of years ago, but been playing really solid again this year. Great ball striker. Can hit his long iron super well. It's also a good wedge player. Good spot there. Kyle Morikawa already won this year at Pebble. Maybe one of the better West Coast courses weirdly fit this as a course match better than any East Coast courses. Play super civil. It's also it's on the Green Zero Poana Trivial, which is common on the West Coast. Colin is the best ball striker on tour, not named Scotty Scheffler, and at points in his career has been better than Scotty. So Colin, I think you can keep it running. This guy's won 2 majors. We jokingly refer to as a dome golfer. He has like not played well in the elements. His British Open was won in like super sunny weather, and he won his first major at the PGA Championship during COVID with no fans. But this is a dome golf course, so good move there. And then Cam Young, rising star, been a stud. Similar vibes to Ludwig. I can see this guy going in. This is his breakout win, and then goes and wins the U.S. Open or something like that. Those are where the plays come from. These guys, all hot players. That was kind of where I leaned on when I looked at the model. I was like, hey, who's hot? Who's not? Who's been playing well? How they fit? Where are they? So that's where we're going with outrights. I normally only do, anti-parlay, but every major I throw in a make the cut and a miss the cut parlay for fun to have something to sweat over on Friday. We have a 10-leg make the cut parlay.
Jesus Christ.
10 legs?
10 legs. Because these are like minus like 400. So you have to put a bunch of them together. But it's super fun on Friday to be like, half these guys are going to be, most of these guys are going to be really close or like way above it. And then I'm going to be sweating out like Christian Pizzani to like make a putt on like 17 to like keep himself and like move the cut line around. And then you could have guys finish and then the cut line moves and they make it. Like they're not even on the golf course and it affects it. It makes Friday very, very fun. So we're going Morikawa, Cam Young, Ludwig Aberg, Minwoo Lee, the unstable compound. Chris Gotterup, Seb Straka, Ricky Fowler, Steve Thakala, Ryan Fox, Christian Pizzano. The Chris Gotterup was going to be in play this week. I may still play him. Gotterup has rapidly become one of my favorite golfers on tour. Won twice this year. It's crazy strong grip. Can kind of the crazy part is most of these guys can't hit all these shots coming out anymore. Almost everybody plays a fade. Gotterup can hit it up, down, left, right. Like he played fades, draws, everything. He's got like a full bag of shots already as a guy that's been on tour for like 2 years. Doesn't strap his glove down, which I think is hilarious. Also, one of my favorite all-time movies is Heat. I love Heat.
Mm-hmm.
He posted a hype video for the Genesis tournament with the diner scene from Heat with De Niro and Pacino talking to each other. And I was like, I already like this guy. Now I love him. So I wanted somewhere to have Gotterup action on the board. And then tournament long matchups, Ludwig over Henley. Really, a lot of these came down to I saw like plus money on guys I liked. So I took them. Ludwig over Henley, Straka over Fowler, and then Cam Young over Hideki. Most nervous one is the Cam Young over Hideki. Hideki's played really well here. He hasn't won one, but he came close. He was leading like by 5 during the COVID one, and then they shut down the tournament. But that's what we got. That's what we got going in this weekend. Players is going to be fun. Looking forward to it.
Big Ten championship, Big Ten tournament. Did Maryland win?
I don't know, but more importantly, the Dogs, the Retrievers, won today. UMBC won, going to the championship for the American East against Vermont. We all know what happened last time UMBC won the American East. We want Virginia. Fucking give it to us. Bring us back. Give us another number 1 seed. See how it goes. We'll take anybody. We'll play anybody anywhere. Go Dogs.
Jesus Christ. All right. That's going to be it for this episode of Gridiron Guys. Brad, where can good people follow you?
Once again, Club Penguin.
Yes, it's your turn.
Where I'm chilling. If you're into
how many snowballs have you thrown at people?
All the snowballs.
Let's go.
So many snowballs. If you want to play some games, I think we're gonna try to play High Guard. I think that's still around. We're gonna play. I think that's the big game I'm hearing. Rumor has it the High Guard's the super popular game everyone's playing right now. I think we're gonna get into High Guard.
Oh, that's funny. That's good.
Yeah, that's all I got.
Harold, where can the good people follow you on social medias?
Yes, the good people could find me because I don't have a name right here because I think I just hit enter too quickly. I was just trying to get in here as fast as possible. You can find me over at Hair Productions on TikTok, Instagram, and Threads. And of course, you could follow me over at the Pod Ones podcast for anything Star Wars, Lord of the Rings, Song of Ice and Fire, Game of Thrones, House of Dragon, Night of Seven Kingdoms, the whole shebang, all that. Alongside Luke over here. Luke, where can they find you?
You can find me at Egghead2123 on Twitter and Instagram. You can find me at the Pod Ones on all social medias and at Jedi Master Eggs as well. Why are you giving me that look? Motherfucker. Anyway, that's going to be it. We'll catch you on the flippity flop. Don't know when we'll be back, but till next time, see you later.